Are you struggling with your weight? Or maybe are you using food to avoid feeling? Or do you run to comfort food as soon as you're facing a challenge or a difficulty? Stay tuned, because today I'm going to share 3 ways to support you on your weight loss journey. And this is the continuation of the interview that I published yesterday in my podcast, where I interviewed Lauren Cisco, who is, I wouldn't say a weight loss coach, but she's helping women create the body that they love and the life that they love. So I thought it would be a great continuation and to give you tools to support you in your journey, because sometimes we do things on automated pilot, and we don't realize that they don't support us. First of all, if you're watching this video on replay, hi, a lot of people are here already. If you're watching this on replay, welcome, and don't hesitate to put a comment, because I will come back and answer. My name is Muriel Felous. If you're not familiar with me, I'm a sacred dating teacher and a transformation and self-love coach. And today we're going to talk about losing weight. So where are you with your body? Are you struggling with your weight, or are you just trying to eat healthier? If you're here watching, you can put a comment of where you are if it's not something that is too exposed for you. I personally have a love-hate relationship with food. I come from a family where we equate food with, oops, something happened. We equate food with love. So, of course, it's not serving me in some ways. What I forgot to mention is that if you want to be notified next time I'm going live, you can put in the comment, notify me, and you will be added to the list so that you don't miss an episode and you can interact with us here live. But if you haven't heard the episode 64 and you don't know what I'm talking about, or you just want to hear Lauren's interview, because she talked about losing weight, but with an approach that is very high vibration. Most of the time when we talk about losing weight, we think right away, we think diet. And our body reacts. Just by hearing the word diet or weight loss, I'm sure that you may be experiencing some resistance in your body. It's not something that we picture as a fun journey, but it can be. And that's why I really wanted to do this live tonight, to give you some ideas that you can play with, and maybe they're going to serve you to make your weight loss journey easier, or to make changing your eating habits to healthier ones easier too. So if you haven't heard this episode, you can put episode 64 in the comments and you will receive the links, because there is a YouTube video and there is an iTunes, or I shouldn't say iTunes because it is in other places than iTunes too, but an audio podcast if you want to get access to that. So where do you start to support yourself on your journey to eat healthier and to maybe shed the pounds that are not serving you? Well, you start in the place where you spend the most time, at home and at work maybe. And you start surrounding yourself with an environment that's going to support you making better choices in food. I know you probably heard in the past from, if you've listened to information or if you have read articles about this idea of supporting yourself in your environment, to go grocery shopping and buy the items that are healthy and that will help you lose weight. So all those are obvious. I'm going from another angle. I want to help you on a brain level. I want your brain to associate eating healthy with more fun than suffering. Otherwise, you will always run in the other direction, because as you know, the brain is ready to avoid pain way more than it is going towards pleasure. So if anything is perceived as painful, you're going to run in the other direction, and that's natural. Don't blame yourself for that. What I would like to share with you, and I don't know if you're like me, but I am very sensitive to my environment. I'm very sensitive to colors. I'm very sensitive to textures and many other things that are coming through our senses. Is it something that you notice you are sensitive to? Because a lot of people, a lot of my clients are people who are usually very sensitive. They have a very, a lot of the time, they have an energy that is very sensitive to the outside and to stimuli. Sorry, we're speaking English here, not French. So if that's you, what are the colors that you like? Because you can make a plate look very, very attractive using colors. And then when you go to eat, you practice mindful eating. That means you're going to become aware of the color. You're going to become aware of the texture, the smell of your food. All those aspects have an impact on your desire for what you're going to eat or not. So how can you accentuate your, I wouldn't call it an urge, but your tendency that you would like to develop to eat healthy food? Play with colors, play with stuff that please you, add pleasure. That's what I want to say. Add pleasure to your diet, to your food. And I would even advise you to go online and look for healthy, light recipes that are not heavy, healthy recipes that are already appealing to you through the eye, because it starts there. What is appealing to you? And then pick your meals based on that. Maybe not every day, but if you don't have time to cook every day, I don't know how your life is structured, but try to have some time to cook some dishes that are appealing to you, that represent pleasure, so that your brain can associate them with pleasure and you will crave them after a while. So that's one way to set your environment to support you with your senses. And I think that's something I've not really heard when I listen to weight loss advice and coaches or in articles. Maybe it's my French side because, you know, we love food, but that's something I really wanted to share with you today because I thought that was an interesting idea that we don't hear everywhere. The second thing, big, choose a self-love approach. And I see that you can't read the entire word because it's cutting off, but it's self-love approach. What does that mean? Don't make yourself wrong because you're not going to choose the right dish on a certain meal. Love yourself. Go in the mirror. I don't know if you've heard about Louise Hay, but Louise Hay was one of my mentors, and she still is, even though she passed. May she rest in peace. She was big on mirror affirmation and loving yourself in front of the mirror. Even though it seems really simple, it may seem even ridiculous for certain people, but it works. It does work. I've seen it on myself. I've seen it on my clients. It is almost magical because when you take a mirror, and what you do, you take a mirror and you look at yourself in the mirror and you use your name and you say, I love you. So for me, that would be, and you look into your eyes, Muriel, I love you. I really love you. At the beginning, you may feel ridiculous. You may feel that you're faking it. You may even laugh or somehow try to deject what you just said. But if you stick with it, at least 30 days, you will start somewhere between somewhere around the third week, you will start experiencing a change, an inner change. You will start feeling differently about yourself. And let me share an experience with you where it was flagrant with me. Several years ago, I was working in a corporate job where I had access to the executive kitchen, the executive chef. And I shared that in the podcast episode. And so every day when I was going up to have coffee in the morning, there was that full tray of French pastries. You know me, that's childhood food. Right away, I went and every day I was eating a croissant, a pain au chocolat, or any kind of French pastry. After a while, I saw that I was adding weight, right? So I needed to find a way to stop that. But I didn't want to make myself wrong. I didn't want to be on resistance because those things are not sustainable. You're going to last a few weeks or a few months, and it's like a rubber band. You're going to pull, and one day, it's going to come back in your face. So I decided to take a different approach, and I started mirror affirmations on a daily basis. And like I was sharing, around the third week, I experienced a shift. And I started finding myself cuter in the mirror. I started not having, when you first look at yourself, or let's say you walk in the street and you catch a reflection of yourself in a window or something, and you right away go to the critical voice in your mind. I stopped doing that. So I was really surprised. But regarding food, that was even more flagrant because I was able to resist those French pastries with so much ease. I was not even attracted to them because I knew that they were so bad for my body. And I really started developing self-love and loving myself so much that I didn't even want to put that poison in me. So give it a try. It is powerful, and it will not only change your relationship with food, it will change your relationship with the entire world and yourself. The most important one, the one where everything stems from. So that's tip number 2 to help you in your journey to lose weight. The tip number 3 is also a brain tool. And you're going to have to find a way. So if you have ever been thinner, go back in your memory. If you have never been thinner than where you are right now and you want to be, you're going to have to use your imagination to find a place in your mind where you can practice the feeling of the body that you would love to have. And what does it mean to you? Build the scenario in your head. Sit for a few minutes. Sorry. I apologize. I have something in my throat, so I'm going to take a sip. Sit in a place where you're not going to be disturbed for a few minutes every single day. And find a scenario in your head where you are already where you want to be. I don't know. Imagine yourself having a discussion with your friend where you tell her how joyful you are, how proud you are, how amazing you feel at your ideal weight, where you want to be, in the body that you want to be in. Because the more you're going to practice that feeling, the more you're going to align with this energy, and you're going to align with this identity in your body. And soon enough, you will catch yourself wanting to eat the food that a woman who has that body would eat. And if you've never been thinner and you dream to be thinner, do like an actress would do. Take on a role. Or even if there is an actress that you like and you see her body and you would like to have a body somehow like her, but don't be unrealistic, because they're photoshopped. So be realistic. But someone that you like, you admire, and you love her body, you would like to be like her. How would she feel? Try to imagine, tap in your imagination. How would you feel in your body? You're walking in the street and men are looking at you. You're going somewhere and even women are looking at you. and you feel at ease in your body, at ease. There is no second thought about being embarrassed to go somewhere because you don't know how you're going to look. There is no limitation because you cannot run because you're out of breath. There is no sadness because maybe some people that you love are doing stuff that you can't be part of because of your weight. No. Imagine that you are in that body now with your eyes closed several minutes a day and have the feeling. Really hold on to it. Know how it feels. And you can even go back, like let's say you go to the bathroom during the day, bring 1 minute, bring that feeling back. Because it will help you associate yourself with this identity. And you will make different choices in the way you eat, in the way you move, in everything in your life. And you will attract that reality to you. You remember the elevator, the energy elevator? You will vibrate at that level. So if it makes sense, put a comment here, say yay, because it does make sense. If you have questions, because this is something that you are not familiar with, put them here too. I'll come and answer. I will answer you, and I will try to help you resolve whatever you're trying to ask. But this is the most crucial part. I wouldn't say the most crucial part. The self-love factor that I explained earlier and that practice of the feeling are the two keys for you to start shifting at a brain level. And the other point that I explained about infusing pleasure and making your environment attractive to eating healthy. This is not attractive, I want to say, but your environment supporting you in eating healthy is nice too. But those two are keys. So let me know if it makes sense or if you have questions. And if you are not part of my free group coaching, Date Like a French Woman, the free group coaching Facebook group, you may want to be in because I'm going to start doing a process. I'm scheduling an event for sometimes this weekend to tap emotional freedom technique. And if you don't know what tapping is, put a comment here. I'll send you an introduction video too. Or I'll put it in the description. To tap on starting to love your body. Because that's where you need to start. You've heard of this technique, Heather. You forgot about it, so needed. So make sure you are part of that group because this weekend I'm going to do a tapping session and you can catch it on replay. Because if you're not able to love your body as it is now, you will always create a reality where you don't love your body because that's what you focus on. We create what we focus on, both on a brain level and an energy level. So does it make sense, Heather? This is the exact talk I need. Oh, you did? Great, we're aligned. The energy is aligned. Could you send the tapping video to me? I will put it in the comment here. So that's it for today. I thought it would be a different approach to weight loss. I thought it would complement the podcast for this week because she was amazing. Lauren is amazing. You need to go listen to that podcast. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for being here. Yes. I don't know what you were saying yes to, Heather, but okay. I'll see you next time. And meanwhile, go and infuse pleasure in your life. Go love yourself and use that brain of yours because it is a magnificent machine. And thank you for being here. I'm so happy you were able to join live. Bye. Mwah.